Tilted Scarecrow.
Okay guys, just wanted to share with you a cool little app my friend introduced me to. It's called Untappd. It's a beer app, so if you're really big into beers, it's probably right up your alley. But what you can do is you can go through, you download the app, it's free, and then what you can do is log beers into a database, essentially. So you would just type in what beer you had. It'll bring up a page that allows you to log the beer in. There'll be a section to comment on the beer. You can rate it, add a picture, add a location, stuff like that. It's just a kind of a really cool little app. Then there's also a function on it where you can search for beers that have been seen near you. It'll use your GPS on your phone, like I have an iPhone. It'll use the GPS on that to find out where people have logged beers in near you, so you can find some stuff maybe you've never had. It also has the function to search for bars, any other friends that have Untappd, and you can actually now search for breweries. But as you can see here, it has some of the ones that I've recorded. I have Headwaters Pale Ale by Victory Brewing Company, Hex by Magic Hat, Java Head Stout by Trogs, Sam Adams, Shock Top, a bunch of other ones. And then down here at the bottom, you get little badges. Like this one here is a Power Month. In the last month I've drank at least 30 different beers. This is for 25 different beers. IPAs, logging beers on a night out, trying a bunch of different ones. Untappd Groovy, I'm not quite sure what that is. Oktoberfest, drinking a bunch of different pumpkin or yam beers, sharing stuff on Facebook, and then you get a newbie one. But then you can see down here has all the photos and stuff that I've taken of the beer. Tells you which one, but it's kind of a neat little way to keep track of what you've had. Like maybe you liked something and you kind of forget what it is. This way you can keep track of it. You can also have a wish list. So if you see a beer one of your buddies rated, say, oh, you know, that's kind of cool. You can click on it, add it to the wish list, and you can make comments on people's stuff, follow different breweries, things like that, which I thought was kind of cool. I also live in Pennsylvania, and we have a place, I'm not necessarily sure if it's all over, like it's a franchise or not, but there's a place that's like maybe a mile down the road from my work. It's called Good to Go, and they have a situation that's kind of cool. You go in there, they have like 30 beers on draft, and then they have food, and you can get testers and stuff like that. But they also have a thing called Mix Your Own Six, so they'll have like draft beers on one wall. So if you want to mix draft beers, it's like $8 for a 6-pack. Malts are I think 10, and then if you drink a lot of craft beers like I do, you'll know that they tend to be pretty expensive when you go out. If you mix a craft 6-pack, it's $14, so it ends up being like $2.33 a beer, which the beers that I've gotten in the mix of 6, I've seen at the bars and or even there at Good to Go for like $4 to $5 a piece. So if you're big into craft beers, that's kind of a cool way to, you know, try a bunch of different stuff. So I'll go in there and get a 6-pack and just fill it with 6 different things. That way I can try a bunch of different stuff, because you know with craft beer it's kind of like a hit or miss type of deal. You'll go in, grab a 6-pack, you might spend $12 on it, and then you might hate it. So at least this way, you know, I spend $2 extra and I get 6 different things. And like I said, you know, it ends up being like $2.33 a bottle, so it's a hell of a lot cheaper to drink it that way than it is, you know, in 6s. And the other thing that's kind of cool is they have growlers. Obviously, a lot of places do growlers, but they'll do. They have a pint price, a 32-ounce growler price, and a 64. And then you don't even have to have their growlers. Like a lot of places, they want their proprietary growler filled there. They'll actually fill their own or anybody else's for the same price. So it's not actually that bad. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's a franchise, but here in PA we have one, and like I said, it's a pretty cool way if you're into craft beers and stuff to check out a bunch of different stuff. So Untappd, and like I said, Good to Go is the other thing. I'm going to try to start throwing some craft beer reviews up. You know, I'm not an aficionado or anything. I like beer, but I'm not you know, familiar with a lot of stuff. You know, I can tell pilsners and stouts and lagers and that type of things, but people start talking about, oh, I smell oak notes and all this other stuff. I mean, if it's not obvious, I'm probably not going to be able to tell. But they'll like be like, oh, you know, I taste oak and vanilla and citrus and all this other stuff out of one beer, and I'm just like, well, it tastes good. I can't pick all that stuff out. But you know, it's something I thought maybe you guys would be interested in. So we'll try to throw some of those up, see how that goes, and you guys can put in your info and about what you like and stuff like that. So just want to share that with you. Hope you guys liked it, and that's all for now.